morning's stream of the opening match of game day 3 in the Dean's Civil Engineering Scottish Power Football Association Premiership. This morning, live on the stream for you, we have Lothian Wolves taking on FC United, PFC. FC United go into this league day top of the table, whilst Wolves find themselves in third place. Should be an exciting match between the reigning champions of the Dean's Civil Engineering Premiership and the current league leaders. At this moment in time, we have the two captains currently in the centre circle, partaking in the coin toss and regular pre-game activities, facilitated by our referee Morag Paré. I'll run you through the teams as they look at the moment. For FC United, we have in goal, wearing a yellow goalkeeper shirt, Greg Baxter. Appearing to position himself in the central region is captain of FC United, Kieran Burns. And on the wings is Caden Gemmell and Jonathan Davis. For the Lothian Wolves, they have in the goalkeeper shirt but playing centrally, Tyler McClellan. The most defensive player is Kieran Steer, the captain, and the two wingers are Peter Lloyd and Jamie Doherty. The game is just about to commence. Tyler McClellan in the centre circle awaiting the whistle. The whistle has gone. Kick off and we are goal. Tyler McClellan straight away with a shot, blocked out by Kieran Burns, but some good play there, some good IQ from Tyler McClellan to win his side an attacking hit in the area alongside level with the box to be taken by Doherty. Back to McClellan. Doherty hits it in towards Burns and Baxter on the goal line. Baxter defends well. The ball is ran out by Davis. Gemmell couldn't quite get there, and the ball goes out of play for another Lothian Wolves ball. Lothian Wolves were barely pressured in the first 30 or so seconds here. Two attacking hit-ins. FC United will be looking to quell this storm and then formulate a counter-attack early on. McClellan to take. Down towards Steer. Spins across, blocked by Baxter. Davis comes out to meet McClellan. There's a tackle. Some contact, nothing given. Davis misses his spin. Gemmell can't quite get there. And the ball trickles out of play for yet another attacking hit in for the Lothian Wolves. Davis marking Doherty down the line. Ball goes in towards Lloyd, spins it, goes out of play for a kick in to FC United to be taken by the designated goalkeeper Greg Baxter. Baxter tries to go down the line, is cut off, meets the ball though. Lloyd gets past him, is met by Burns. Doherty shot, saved by Burns, brought away by Davis. Davis battling with McClellan. Jonathan Davis seems to be in control at this moment in time. We'll look for a flick out. Can't get a flick out, the ball goes out of play. It will be a Lothian Wolves ball. And the kick will be taken by Kieran Steer. Has Lloyd down the line, McClellan centrally. Davis is marking Lloyd down the line. Kieran Burns is marshalling the central area with McClellan and Doherty there within. Number 17, Steer to take the kick. Takes the kick in towards Doherty, front bumper back to Steer, takes a touch on the side of his chair and is met by Davis. Some pressure now, Davis puts the pressure on. The ball goes out of play for an FC United ball. Good play there from Jonathan Davis. Baxter now to take. The reigning WFA English Premier League champion and former European champion, has the option of Jonathan Davis down the line, Caden Gemmell more centrally, Kieran Burns hanging back, goes down the line, tries to go across, blocked. Baxter takes control and it goes out. Baxter disappointed with himself there, but still with a smile on his face. The ball goes out for a Lothian Wolves hit in. Baxter marshalling Gemmell out of the space to allow Baxter the space to clean up should the ball reach his area. It does not, and it goes out to play again. Steer looks towards McClellan. McClellan tries to flick across, does so. Potential 2-on-1 there, not given. Burns goes towards the ball. McClellan, and it just evades the reach of young Tyler McClellan. And it goes out to play for an FC United ball to be taken by Greg Baxter. Some words from the referee towards Baxter, and he takes the ball, tries to find it towards Gemmell, misses Gemmell, and Tyler McClellan drives through the middle of the pitch with the ball on the side of his bumper, looks for a flick. Still has it, this Tyler McClellan. The ball goes behind him, Caden Gemmell applies the pressure, steer. Baxter picks off, Jonathan Davis, Baxter in control now, Greg Baxter to Jonathan Davis, some space, Davis tries to go across, blocked by McClellan, Davis again. The two re-engage in a battle. Who will get the better of this altercation on this occasion? It appears to be Jonathan Davis. It still is. Davis doing well. Gets past McClellan, McClellan bites back though. And gets a flick pass, there's a foul there. Contact on the back of the chair of Jonathan Davis. Gives a direct free kick to FC United. Baxter to take. Options are Davis in the corner, Gemmell more centrally. Baxter marshalling his troops as he takes this direct free kick to Davis. We're cut out by McClellan. And it goes out of play for an FC United hit in. Once again to be taken by designated goalkeeper Greg Baxter. Baxter surveying his options. Gemmell looks well marshalled by Peter Lloyd. Baxter tries to go in between the two. The ball bounces up, finds its way to Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis now in the corner, looking for a flick. Back to Baxter. Peter Lloyd does well to break it up though, and the ball rolls up the other end of the court. Baxter sees it out for an FC United kick in after the deflection off of the side of the chair of Peter Lloyd. Baxter appears to be looking down the line. Down the line, that's where he looks. Gemmell tries to get a flick, doesn't manage it. Steer clears away. Back to Baxter. Pick off to Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis now. And that goes in! Kieran Steer tries to clear it, and he clears it into the back wheel of Jonathan Davis, and the score stands as a result as FC United 1, Lothian Wolves 0. A slice of luck there for Jonathan Davis and FC United, but you have to say, in fairness, they've been growing into the game ever so slightly. Without looking like they were particularly going to score, but they have that piece of luck now, and they find themselves at 1-0 up and have something to hang on to. McClellan gets us underway by firing the ball straight at the goal again. This time it doesn't go quite as well as originally planned, as it is deflected by Baxter back into Peter Lloyd, and the ball goes out of play for an FC United goal kick. To be taken by Greg Baxter. Kieran Burns pushes outside of the box for the first time of the game to be the central option. Is that the one for which Mr. Baxter will opt? It appears to be so. The ball goes slightly wide and is mopped up by the Lothian Wolves, number 8, Tyler McClellan, out for an FC United hit in, which will be taken once again by Greg Baxter, who appears to have responsibility over the vast majority, if not all, of the FC United set pieces. He looks towards Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis lets it run. Is cut out by McClellan. Doherty with a pick off. Lloyd now with a chance. And saved. Baxter brings it away. McClellan now under control of the ball. A 2-on-1 is given by the referee. McClellan and Doherty considered to be too close. And the play shall resume with an indirect free kick to be taken once again by Greg Baxter, who tries to find Davis. Plays it far too centrally, and the ball hits off the post after a shot from Lloyd. That was a mistake there from Baxter that brought that chance about. A mistake from Greg Baxter, but he manages to do his bit to get back in and defend and atone for it somewhat, and Peter Lloyd once again misses the reverse spin hit, and the ball will go to play for an FC United kick in the defensive area. FC United seemed unaware of the fact that it was their ball, and it's now been changed, it appears, to a loading move, but I'm unsure what the signals are from the referee. No, it does appear to be an FC United ball, taken by Baxter. The referee making sure Lloyd is not within the 5 metres. The ball makes its way to Lloyd straight away from Baxter. Gemmell has a chance, misses his reverse spin. McClellan tries it, blocked off by Gemmell, and now Davis. Davis takes the ball under control and a challenge with McClellan. Davis tries to bring it to the corner. Can he get a flick? No, but he has the ball under control still. Gets the flick, a bit too heavy though, and it goes out of play for a Lothian Wolves ball. Steer. McClellan takes a touch. Met by Davis. The two re-engage, and the ball has went out of play, and it's an FC United ball. Taken by Baxter, it will be towards Davis. Takes a touch, flicks it. Well cut out by Steer. Gemmell now deflects it off of Steer. It's given the other way though. Must have taken a touch back off of Gemmell. Steer now takes the kick in as a result. McClellan. Baxter shouting towards Gemmell to stay there. Gemmell does not stay there and finds himself on the ball there as a result. Tries to get a flick. Is engaged in a challenge by McClellan. McClellan gets past him. Gemmell leaves it to Baxter now. Baxter defending well. Lloyd. Pick off. Back towards McClellan. Cut out by Baxter. Baxter keeps the ball in. Engages McClellan. Who can get the better of this altercation? It appears to be McClellan thus far. Baxter bites back. Well blocked by Baxter. Davis now. Across. Gemmell. I really would have liked to see Gemmell in reverse there. The positioning of Gemmell meant that his options were limited. Should Gemmell have been in reverse there, he had the chance to make it 2-0. But, as things are, it's a goal kick for Lothian Wolves to be taken by McClellan. McClellan towards Steer. Touch. Doherty. Back towards Steer. Flipped. Lloyd. Steer, back towards Lloyd, reverse spun and it skims off of his bumper and out for a goal kick on the other end of the floor to FC United. A reminder that as things stand, the score is 1-0 to FC United after a goal by Jonathan Davis where he pounced upon a poor clearance from Kieran Steer and the ball hit off of the back wheel of Davis. The ball goes out of play here for a Lothian Wolves kick in straight after the FC United goal kick. And it'll be Steer to take the resulting kick in. Steer tries to go down the line, blocked off by Davis. Davis keeps the ball in play. It's met by Steer. Steer gets a flick. Good pick off from Peter Lloyd. Bit congested in the middle of the park, but Greg Baxter remains controlled and calm. Baxter towards Gemmell. The ball just about reaches him, but not with enough pace. Steer with a reverse spin, blocks off by Baxter. Steer across to Doherty. Back towards Lloyd. Well marshalled by Gemmell. Lloyd now across, blocked by Baxter. Well defended by FC United, and Davis brings it clear. Driving up towards the corner. Well done by Jonathan Davis. The ball trickles out of play though for a Lothian Wolves hit in, but some good defensive work there from Jonathan Davis to bring his side up the pitch. Lloyd goes for a reverse spin, misses. Baxter doesn't know. Baxter cuts it off again. Pick it off by Gemmell. Tries to bring it with him. Doesn't quite manage it on this occasion, but now he does. Gemmell and McClellan, 1-on-1. Caden Gemmell brings it wide. Deflects off of the back wheel of McClellan, but it goes out for an FC United ball. This is a good opportunity. Some dissent in the ranks of FC United as Baxter and Burns had different ideas for what to do from this move. Baxter again. Gemmell misses the shot, unfortunately, and it goes out of play for a Lothian Wolves goal kick. To be taken by McClelland. McClelland to Steer. Towards Lloyd. Cut off by Baxter. Steer again. Baxter and Steer engage in a battle. The ball goes out of play. It is a Lothian Wolves ball. To be taken by Steer. Has McClelland in the central region. Doherty is another option. Well done there from Jonathan Davis to intercept the pass that McClelland tried to play towards Doherty. McClelland and Davis find themselves 1-on-1. Davis does well. Davis does well once again. And the ball goes out of play as a result for an FC United ball. Some good work there in the 1-on-1 from Jonathan Davis, FC United number 22. Baxter to take the resulting kick in. He looks to go down the line, fakes. Goes all the way across or tries to. Well blocked by Peter Lloyd. And it goes out again. Baxter will settle again for, give or take, the exact same position for another hit in. He motions for Davis to come closer to him. Surveys his options. Tries to go to Davis. Blocked off by Steer. A potential 2-on-1 there, nothing given. Steer brings it clear. And the ball goes out of play for a Lothian Wolves ball. Baxter drops back into the central region as Steer takes towards Lloyd. Lloyd misses the ball though, and it goes out of play on the other side for an FC United ball. Burns to take. Burns towards Gemmell. McClellan blocked by Gemmell and it bounces up. Game's not stopped. Game is not stopped. I think most people thought the game would be stopped. Davis finds himself on the ball. Back to Baxter. Switch across. Gemmell tries to find Davis. Can't quite get there. That was a great ball. Great passage of play from all three of the outfield players. A great passage of play. Inches away from Davis getting on that ball and putting it in to make it 2-0, but unfortunately for FC United, not on this occasion. Steer takes the resulting hit in towards McClellan. McClellan drives, is met by Baxter. Baxter taking it wide. Gemmell rotates out of the space to allow the goalkeeper so to do. McClellan gets past Baxter on this occasion, but Greg Baxter bites back as he always does. McClellan has the better of on this occasion, will look for a flick perhaps. He fakes and Baxter is invited in, goes in. McClellan down towards Doherty. The ball ricochets between Doherty and Baxter. Doherty looks for a flick. Baxter does well, and that is a foul. Yes, contact on the back wheel from Doherty onto the back wheel of Baxter. Baxter, I think you could see that coming and charged in to one his side, a foul, and he will take the resulting direct free kick to Davis. Gemmell goes for a shot, easily saved by Steer, but generates some territory for FC United. Some contact there, nothing doing. Steer brings it clear, and that is half time. Half time here in the opening game of match day 3 of the Dean Civil Engineering Scottish Power Football Association Premiership, and the score stands at Lothian Wolves 0, FC United 1. Join us again soon for the second half of this enthralling fixture. Welcome back everyone to match day 3 of the Dean Civil Engineering Scottish Power Football Association Premiership. Join us once again for the second half of this enthralling fixture between current league leaders FC United and reigning champions of the Premiership division Lothian Wolves. The score stands after the first half at 1-0 to FC United, and the game is already underway for the second 20 minutes of this match. The ball has just trickled out of play, and the game shall be restarted with a kick in to Lothian Wolves. To be taken by Kieran Steer. Finds Lloyd. Ball makes its way through to Burns, who clears it out of danger. Some words exchanged between Burns and Baxter as the two organise themselves to defend this attacking kick in by Lothian Wolves. Once again to be taken by captain Steer. Back towards McClellan, back towards Steer, reverse spin, blocked by Baxter and out of play. For a similarly positioned kick in once again to be taken by Lothian Wolves captain Kieran Steer, who has now, just as I say that, relieved the duties of taking the kick in and gave them to Jamie Doherty, who passes to McClellan, blocked off by Davis. The ball goes out of play off of McClellan for an FC United kick in. To be taken by FC United's designated goalkeeper in the lovely luminous yellow strip, Greg Baxter. Ball finds its way to McClellan, shot, goal! And a brilliant finish by McClellan, who has woken up the entire of the second half of the Sports Centre with that scream. And the score now stands at Lothian Wolves 1, FC United 1. An absolute belter of a goal from Tyler McClellan. A quality finish off the inside of the post. FC United will be looking to bounce back from this. And straight from kick-off, Baxter looks to find territory. The ball goes out of play for a goal kick, however. This one to be taken by McClellan, as was the case in the first half. McClellan finds Steer, flick towards Lloyd. Lloyd finds Doherty, picked off Steer. Towards Lloyd, misses the pick off and it trickles out of play. Goal kick. Baxter takes towards Burns, finds its way to McClellan though. Doherty misses the pick off and it goes out of play for another goal kick. Baxter will be looking for better from this one. Let's see if he can find it. Baxter finds Gemmell. Gemmell flicks towards Burns. Burns finds it. Hits off of Gemmell and goes out of play for a Lothian Wolves ball. Be taken by Steer. Steer towards Lloyd, flipped, miscontrolled, ball finds its way to Davis, takes a touch, spins it back towards Baxter. Lloyd gets in and intercepts well. A dangerous ball back from Davis to Baxter, but Baxter does well enough to drive the ball forward. Is met by McClellan. Baxter still in control, however, misses his flick though. Goes again for the flick, deflects off McClellan, and the ball will get a play back off of Baxter, and it will go out for a Lothian Wolves ball to be taken by McClellan. In fact, to be taken by Steer as McClellan leaves it to the number 17 and captain. Steer across to Lloyd, touch. Gemmell brings the ball under control, is met by McClellan. McClellan gets the better of that one. Gemmell bites back though. McClellan gets past Gemmell again, looking for a flick, well cut out by Gemmell. And it goes out of play off of the back wheel of the youngster for a Lothian Wolves kick in. McClellan to take some contact off the ball there, and the ball goes out of play, straight out of play for an FC United ball. FC United will be looking to generate some territory and some offence after conceding that equalising goal. Gemmell brings the ball forward, is met by McClellan though. McClellan does well, gets past Gemmell on this occasion, some contact there, nothing given. The referee says play on. Gemmell does well to get past the back of McClellan. Nothing doing though. Gemmell still under control and control of the ball. Rather. Gemmell brings it wide, looks for a flick. Can he get it? Not on this occasion. Tries again. Gemmell doesn't give up. Looks for a flick. Blocked, and it hits off the back of David Gemmell, and it goes out of play for a Lothian Wolves ball. McClellan finds only Baxter, who clears up towards Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis brings it to the corner. It's cleared by Steer, finds its way to Lloyd, who's met by Baxter, who flicks it only to Kieran Steer. Gemmell defends it well there, and Steer and Gemmell now on the halfway line. Gemmell has the better of this on this occasion. We'll look for a flick now. Can he get the flick? Yes, he can. Baxter. Got a bumper to Davis. Baxter again. Flicks across. Nothing done. Davis is there. Can't quite get the finish. And the ball goes out of play for the Lothian Wolves ball in the defensive area. Some offence there generated by FC United that will please the coaching staff. We'll just be looking to be more clinical on the next venture into the attacking area. Baxter, soft touch, only as far as Lloyd. Baxter brings it under control, we'll look for the flick, feints, flicks, Gemmell, shot and saved. Shouts for a 2-on-1 from Tyler McClellan, nothing doing. Jonathan Davis now, across, Gemmell tries to go back across, finds Baxter after an interception from McClellan. Baxter brings it wide, Gemmell in the central area. Can Baxter flick? Baxter does flick. Can Gemmell do anything? Tries to go back to Baxter. Baxter blocked off by McClellan, and an attacking hit in to come up for FC United. To be taken, as usual, by Ged Baxter, who's just marshalling Jonathan Davis into position. Baxter blocked by McClellan, and it goes out. Goes out once again for another goal, another hit in, my apologies. This time to be taken by Gemmell. What will Gemmell do with it? Gemmell looks to find Baxter. Baxter flicks across. Davis! A shot. Saved. Baxter! Saved again. Well saved. A combination there of McClellan for the first save, Steer for the second. Baxter wins a kick in, much to the delight of Kieran Burns, the captain. Gemmell will take it. Take it, Gemmell will. Take it, Gemmell does. Tries to find a gap that's not there. Gemmell again. Tries to flick across. Not enough on it there. And McClellan brings it clear. Met by Baxter. McClellan gets the better of that one on that occasion. Gemmell comes in though. McClellan tries to take it round the back of him. Doesn't quite manage it on this occasion, but the ball does go out for a Lothian Wolves ball. A substitution is called for Lothian Wolves as number 93, Jamie Doherty, leaves the court to be replaced by number 9, Arthur Lawson. The game shall recommence with a Lothian Wolves kick in, which was intercepted by Gemmell. Gemmell brings it into a challenge with McClelland, who gets past him on this occasion. Baxter meets McClelland now. McClelland drives it out of play. Arthur Lawson not observing the requisite 5 metres. So it'll be turned in to a free kick from that spot. Baxter remains the taker, finds Gemmell, tries to flick it. McClelland meets it though. Jonathan Davis takes a touch, brings it into a battle. A potential 2-1 nothing given. Davis now into the corner. Looks for a flick, finds a flick. Is there enough on it? There just about is. Baxter now. Baxter and McClelland 1-on-1. Who can get the better of it on this occasion? Well, it appeared to be Baxter, but then the ball trickled out of play for a Lothian Wolves ball. A potential 2-on-1 there, nothing given. Davis with a poor touch. Baxter mops up though, just about. Brings it calmly under control. The confidence which Greg Baxter exudes can often be a calming influence on his teammates. They'll need that going into the later stages of this match if they try to get back in the lead. Well cleared by Steele. McClelland, Baxter, flick, Gemmell, Davis, and it's goal! A second goal of the match from Jonathan Davis. A great switch of play for Greg Baxter initially. The ball finds its way to Gemmell, who crosses it for Jonathan Davis, and off the inside of the post. Jonathan Davis gets his place, and the score now stands at Lothian Wolves 1, FC United 2. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. Doing an absolutely stunning job as always, Jill. That's my verdict on the lines, people. That's very impressive, yes. They are. And now he brings it clear. Out of play, FC United ball. Yeah. That was this week.
Oh, did you start back?
Yeah. So towards Gemmell, can't quite find them.
You've asked to be back?
Here?
No,
No. Across. Oh, just wide. Just wide. Just wide there from Jonathan Davis as he sought out his hat trick. A small bit of an interruption there from the head of referees here in Scotland, Jill Galloway. Just asking my opinion on the new lines people. We are very grateful to have. Now back to the court, we have an FC United kick in, and taken once again by Greg Baxter. Baxter, Davis, back towards Baxter, miss hit though, the straight out of play. The FC United squad keeping their heads up though, knowing that they still remain in the lead and in control of the match. Baxter, like I said earlier, bringing that calm confidence to the squad. Never getting too high or too low. It's Greg Baxter. An excellent example of equilibrium for the squad. Something very much needed towards the top of any table in any sport. Backward to play live now. Jonathan Davis and Kieran Steer find themselves in a one-on-one battle. Steer gets the better of it on that occasion. Baxter meets Steer now. The two reconvene and Baxter gets the better of it. Baxter brings it clear, nice and calmly. Doesn't have an option in the middle, so all he can choose to do is drive. Deflects, well saved by Kieran Steer, as another attempted forward pass from Wolves is deflected by an FC United chair, and it almost ends in a goal, but well saved on this occasion by Kieran Steer. Gemmell to take the resulting hit in. FC United's number 23, Caden Gemmell, takes Baxter, shot and saved. Gemmell again. The touch left a little to be desired, but he still does enough. But the ball does eventually go out of play for a goal kick, it appears, even though the FC United players were claiming a corner. I have to say it's slightly difficult to see exactly, given that that's down the other end of the pitch. So we will have to bow to the decision of the central referee, Morag Paré. Baxter to take a hit in here on the halfway line. Gemmell flicks across. Davis now back towards Gemmell. McClellan intercepts. Baxter calmly brings it under control. Drives forward after surveying his options and seeing that there's no one there to flick to, and wins his side a similarly positioned hit in on the halfway line to be taken by Baxter. The Englishman tries to find his fellow countryman Jonathan Davis, who looks for a shot. Gemmell, and off the back wheel of Caden Gemmell, and the score stands now at FC United 3, Lothian Wolves 1. A great pass across for Jonathan Davis, who turns provider after his brace earlier in the match. Finished calmly by Caden Gemmell with the back of his chair, much to the delight of Greg Baxter and the rest of the FC United squad and coaching staff, of course. McClellan takes the resulting kick-off. Can't be long to go. The Wolves will need a quick reply here if they maintain any hopes of getting back into the game. But Baxter's experience calms it down and attempts to negate any chance of that as he takes on Lloyd. The ball deflects out of play, and Greg Baxter rightly calls. He says our ball, and as such it is his ball, and he will take it. Has the option of Davis down the line. Finds him, flicked by Davis towards Gemmell. McClellan feints a full spin, leaves it to Lawson, who there was a little bit of a breakdown of communication there as McClellan left the ball to Lawson, but Lawson was getting out of there thinking that McClellan was driving into his space, and he will go out for an FC United ball to be taken by Baxter to Gemmell, flipped towards Davis, can't quite get there. Davis now does get there in a one-on-one battle with Steer, drags it to the other side of the court. Davis now strong play by Davis, but the ball does eventually go out for a Lothian Wolves ball. Steer finds Lloyd there with it. Again met by Baxter, who's been key to this outstanding performance from FC United. Greg Baxter, a top level player. And a potential to flip there, chooses not to. Steer looks for a flick. Call off by Davis. Gemmell! Into net! And does it go in? No, it's just the other side of the post. As Gemmell looks to pounce on Wolves, throwing everything forward, and it just trickles the other side of the post for Caden Gemmell. Not long left here for Wolves, and they attempt a quick goal kick. Lloyd once again just misses that full spin by a matter of inches, and the ball trickles out of play for the FC United ball, who are in no hurry to get the game back underway as they find themselves in a commanding lead. Baxter eventually does get the game underway. McClellan across, easily seen out of play with the utmost composure by Burns, and the ball will be put back into play via the medium of a goal kick to be taken by SC United number 16, Greg Baxter. Finds Davis, ball finds its way to Lloyd though, and that is full time here. An enthralling fixture where SC United took the lead, were paid back and found their way back into the lead to end the match as 3-1 victors and put themselves another step closer to the winning of the Dean's Civil Engineering Scottish Power Chair Football Association Premiership. Thank you very much everyone for joining us for this match, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.